I had to go left a double. Oh, they hate on me. Come on. But they don't do my thing. Hate on me. What you don't want me to say? Remember my name. Come on. Come on. Oh, you can hate on me. Oh, I guarantee you will still remember my name. Oh, next time you see a hater, look him in the eye and say, they don't know about that song in Georgia.
Yes, they do too.
Get out my fight. Y'all don't know that. I don't need to know. How you doing, Dr. Ward? Greetings right back at you. I will remember your name, Dr. Ward. They can hate all they want. They mad at Weeda because she got that big, that luxury car.
I don't know where that is.
But they gonna remember your name.
They don't remember my name. Okay.
They gonna remember your name. That's what somebody said to me the other day. They said, they were telling me what I say. And they said, Miss Davis, something that I say to you all the time. I thought, oh, I have a saying. I felt special. I didn't even feel hated at all. But I love that. I love that song though.
Well, you now somebody, I told you, somebody say they saw you over at that blackjack table.
Yeah, right. You know,
and they saw you hanging out at that roulette table too.
See, that's what they can hate on me. That's right. Because they were watching somebody else, but they just hate. They trying to make up rumors.
JB, they said you were sitting up there with black glasses on. Holding a hand of cards.
You know that wasn't me. They hating on me, Mr. Wynn.
They said that.
Family right back at you. Miss you, Larry Wynn. Yes. Yes. Oh. When I'm at the gym, I turn on this song and it just changes everything. I'm good. You're beautiful. I think he's talking to me.
Yes.
Yes. You have to pretend. Baby.
I have to get this ready.
You are beautiful to me. Exactly.
All right, JB, I got it ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready? I love it. We're going. This AI stuff is amazing. You know, the more I study it, the more I love it. You know, I'm like, this is it. I think about like how I started. Like when I started in the business. Well, when I started in the business, I'm saying when I started my business, because I started in the business before I started my firm, the firm that serves you all lovely, lovely, lovely people. I am JB Bryan, President and Chief Investment Officer of JB Bryan Financial Group, a registered investment advisory firm and the home of Afro Economics, established March 10th of 1995. And we are excited that we are headed into 30 years of service committed to our Black community and the development and expansion of Black wealth. Hallelujah. Woo! I can't believe it. 30 years goes by fast, y'all. And just like that, you see, I remember when they used to say, you have to be in the business at least 2 years. You have to be out. That sounded like it was forever. I'd be asking for something. I don't know. Something. Stuff that I now try to avoid really bad. They offer me money every day. Here, you are pre-approved for this. You are pre-approved for that. It's funny how when you first start a business, you're like, you want all the loans and everything they can give you. And you stay in business long enough and you know that's the enemy. You want to keep them out of your pocket. Get out my pocket. And they can only get in your pocket by you letting them in your pocket. No. I came in here And I saw these earrings in here. So that's going to be my thing. I'm going to be the sprinter that wears big earrings. You know how
Really now.
everybody sprints like they have this thing with them. That my
Mhm.
hair or something. Mine will be Dr. Ward. And I'm sure that Mr. Wynn supports me in this. The big earrings.
Mhm.
these,
Hmm.
these are the biggest, busiest earrings I own. I'm just gonna start like accumulating big, busy earrings, and it's gonna help me run faster and faster and faster, and throw my throws farther, claiming it. I'm talking about artificial intelligence can help me do that through the camera so that they're not even on my ear. They may not even be here right now. You might just be seeing these that I placed in this place on the screen using artificial intelligence. No? And that's where we are now. You cannot believe everything that you see. You can't even believe like everything that's done. You have to, the more artificial stuff, the more inherently intelligent we must be. Look, the more artificial the computer gets, the more real intelligent we really must be. There's some amazing things. I mean, I want us to start just thinking all the time, as I say, like question everything. I always want, that's a big part of economics is questioning everything. And one of the I don't know, I hope that you all can't hear it, but one of the videos that I started it started blasting in my ear. I'm gonna try to get it to pause. I popped it up and it's just going for it. I guess it paused, but it's like black. So I can't share it with you. But I wanted to share something and then I want us to discuss it after we share. So I'm gonna get the computer to calm down. Now I'm gonna try this again. And don't blast in my ear. Okay. I'll just blast it in your ear when I share it. So here we go. Just just to get us thinking about automation and artificial intelligence and get our computer hats, get our the future. I just want to use this as a way to answer the question, what is artificial intelligence? Coming back. I'm bringing it to you. Got it down almost to a science. My boy. We'll be back. Get my little background music stop.
Artificial intelligence,
I'm gonna start it from the tip. Try to do it there.
Artificial intelligence, or AI, is one of the most transformative technologies of our time.
Tell me you can hear it.
It is already changing the way we
I
work,
can.
live, and interact with the world around us. But what exactly is AI, and why is it such a big deal? What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence, AI, is a set of technologies that enable computers to perform a variety of advanced functions, including the ability to see, understand, and translate spoken and written language, analyze data, make recommendations, and more. AI is the backbone of innovation in modern computing, unlocking value for individuals and businesses.
Okay.
AI is the ability of machines to learn from experience and perform tasks that would normally require human intelligence.
Lord, how many different definitions did it already give it? Let's start from
About 5 or 6.
I know. Can we just get one definition here? They're like, no. So why we feel like everything has to have only one definition, right? Maybe that's part of our graduated thinking, to stop thinking that everything only has one definition. That's right, Dr. Jones. So here we go. I'm gonna start it from here because I think the guy was talking kind of fast.
Language, analyze data, make recommendations, and more. AI is the backbone of innovation in modern computing, unlocking value for individuals and businesses. AI is the ability of machines to learn from experience and perform tasks that would normally require human intelligence. This can include anything from recognizing speech to playing games to driving cars. AI is already all around us, in the form of virtual assistants like Siri and Alexa, personalized recommendations on shopping and streaming platforms, and more. But AI's potential extends far beyond this everyday application. Benefits of AI. AI can automate workflows and processes or work independently and autonomously from a human team. AI can eliminate manual errors in data processing, analytics, assembly and manufacturing, and other tasks through automation and algorithms. AI can be used to perform repetitive tasks, freeing human capital to work on higher impact problems. It has also made it possible for drones to deliver packages and for self-driving cars to navigate our roads. In the healthcare industry, AI has been used to diagnose diseases more accurately and to develop personalized treatment plans for patients.
Wow.
AI has also made it easier for people to interact with technology. Virtual assistants like Siri and Alexa can answer our questions, play our music, and even control our homes. Threats and challenges of AI. The increasing reliance on AI systems also poses potential risks. 1. Underuse and overuse of AI. Underuse of AI is considered as a major threat.
The underuse. You hear that, Dr. Jones? The underuse. And it's funny because one of the members I was talking to this morning, I said, like he was saying, I don't know if I feel comfortable with this. I don't think that I should do, when he's on the creative side like you. And, this AI stuff, like, is it going to take away from my creativity and this and that? How you doing, Kanika? And then I'm so glad that I encouraged him, that on the artistic side, there is a place for it. There is a place, but it's arguing that the underuse of AI is considered a major threat. Underuse could derive from public and business mistrust in AI. Yeah, or like say, it should say individual and business mistrust of AI, poor infrastructure, lack of initiative, low investments in AI. Like, and a lot, like I feel that like Dr. Williams, a member that we have, is really an expert in this area. And I'm gonna continue to, beg him to talk to me. He's working on some projects that he has right now. But the but I think that a lot of what I have learned from him is like the the that it's only going to give us what we put into it. No, if I'm using it to assist me with something in business, any type of automation, any type of artificial intelligence, I can never allow it to lead to eliminate me. It's not an opportunity to be lazy. And I think that, a lot of us in respective fields think that it will make us lazy. And what I really am confident that it can do is take a motivated person who really wants to do a lot and make you into a person that can do so much more. No, that it'll allow you to become scalable, if you use it and find out more about it. Like, I know that the future of Afroeconomics, includes artificial intelligence, in that now I'm constantly allowing it to get to know me through the videos that we're doing, through anything that I record, through the book that I've written, for the dissertation that I'm working on. That computer is able to develop my personality and get my understanding. So imagine, because of all of the commitment that I've made to these things, you can take it and put every video, every story that you wrote, Mr. Jones, all of that can get in there. And I could take all the data I have from you, personally, professionally, every quote, everything you said, It could pull you out. That's how strong these things are. And I could say, what do you think I should suggest? For Mr. Jones and his complicated situation of which city he should move to next. It will take everything that we know about you. You know what I'm saying? And help me get a list of possible cities that you would enjoy living in based on data that I already have of you. That's the important part. Like, because right now we're at a point of we would just say Google the favorite top 10 cities to live in, or top 10 investments. You know what I'm saying? Overall. But if I have all this info that now I know about Dr. Jones, even when I'm gone, my computer, my system will be able to say, well, based on everything that we know of Dr. Jones over the last 10 years, this is what Afroeconomics with J.B. Bryan could suggest going forward. And then my assistant will, say, oh, or not assistant, or the advisor that's taking over would say, oh, okay, I think that's okay. Well, I'll run it by Dr. Jones. You know what I'm saying? But there's more than just, at this point, when someone passes, they just pass on. But imagine if Warren Buffett's people are actually putting in all of the conversations, all of the recordings, all of the data they have on Warren Buffett. That machine has the ability, it's the software is now having the ability to continue that person forever and ever and ever.
So JB, like for example, I know you're qualitative and quantitative analyses and statistics and stuff like that. Are you sent videos relative to those top particular type topics, just unrequested? Is it
No,
to that extent?
well, no. I don't get I get a lot of emails, but none of the emails that I get are really triggered at my audience. But
Mhm.
artificial intelligence will allow it to say, oh, well, when you send her something, it needs to be about Black interests because that's what she does. You know what I'm saying? Now I get emails that have no relevance to Afroeconomics at all. I should be getting, if the news media was using it correctly, it should be sending me stuff that I'm actually searching when I wake up. Like, and some of it's getting better. Like, I could tell on my news feeds, like it knows that I like to look at things that go top 10. So then now I have like all these top 10, like all of these, like, you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying, things that they start. It's like once you click in, and then it goes, oh, she clicked in again. These are the things that she spends, you know what I mean, the most time on, in Facebook. Like, she'll look into this. Like, once go in, but it doesn't send me enough of Weeda Davis because it doesn't have a way for me to integrate. These are the people that are very important to me. I want to see their posts every day. I want to see these. Now it's just sending me who it wants. But there will be a time where I can say it will go. If you say, yes, you can go into my contact list, it's going to tell me, I could say, you send me who's on my contact list posted today. I don't want to
Mhm.
see nobody else. And then your time becomes more efficient. And that's artificial intelligence, just by syncing and allowing your information to go in. But like this is saying, the underuse of the AI is such a problem because most people are not going to share their data list. They're not going to share their contact list. They're not going to do it. So they can't get the benefit of it because they haven't fully engaged themselves into it. And
You see,
that's going to
people,
be a challenge for our community a lot because
yeah,
you have to really earn our trust. It has
because
to earn our trust.
we're thinking, some of us, many of us, you're getting too deep into my business
Yeah.
personally.
Yes.
And then the other direction our minds go into is now you're into my finances and my money and stuff like that. And oh hell no, that can't be.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
they're already doing it though.
they
I don't
are,
know. I
they
don't
are.
know if you remember on that Sunday morning when one of the ladies that comes in on the Sunday, and I don't know if she called in or something. She might have come in on camera or whatever, but she said, I just think that it's amazing because God sent to my phone the exact car that my son is interested in buying. She said, God. It's amazing. He just knew exactly. Me and my son had just prayed. We had just prayed about this car. We had just prayed about, and then I went back and I picked my phone up and it was right there, a Chevrolet 1999. I said, okay.
That was not God. That was AI.
I have never seen her since.
That was AI. Especially if you
But I
say,
told her the truth. I told her the truth. But there is a level. Like I have a video that I will share that talks about the 10 levels of AI. And where it is going is top level is godlike. Godlike is the destiny for AI. Below godlike is inventing children, inventing like where you can make your kids look the way you want to look, which is something I said in Los Angeles because I said the Dodgers pitcher is the most beautiful man I've ever seen. He's Japanese. He's like 6'4". He's like, I mean, the most beautiful Asian man I've ever seen. He is like the perfect specimen. Not 1 pound extra, not nothing wrong. The perfect smile, the perfect hair, the perfect eyes. I said, man, I think they made him. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this man is made in the lab.
Hmm.
AI can do that. And them Russians want to beat us at boxing, they can make the Russian be superior, which is kind of what they talked about in Rocky. Remember, they kind of suggested that they were like reducing him up and this and that, whatever. But no, they can do it from birth. They get some of that Negro sprint fast DNA. You know what I'm saying? They know and they look at it and they study it and they go, shoot, my daughter, she gonna be white, she gonna blonde, and she gonna run like Shakira Richardson. They can do that. That is where we're headed.
Hmm.
Is that legal? Like, should that be, you know what I mean, ethical? Depends on the country that gets there the fastest. You know it's already being done. I know for a fact the workshops that I was in, exactly. That's always been. You know what I'm saying? That the I know for a fact and there was one of the speakers in Las Vegas last week. She says AI has been here since the 1950s. So you think we're not already at stage 10? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where this stuff is above us. Like, and truly be godlike, it will be at the level where I can't figure it out. You see what I'm saying? Like this lady's like thinking, oh, it's this and that. And I'm like, no, they're listening to your phone. Your microphone is wide open. Unless you promise me that your phone was not in there when you were praying. You know what I'm saying? Because now you have told them what you asked God for. What you want, son? What kind of car you want? I want one like Miss Davis's. I want me a Hellcat, and I wanted so and so. And the next thing, Hellcat's coming up. Boom, 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 boom. And Miss Davis. All over it. All over. He's like, oh my goodness. Every lady named Miss Davis is coming up in a Hellcat, hanging out the window. Exactly. But it's like that, so we're thinking but it's only because we're not active in this as much as we should be. And I promise to do a better job to graduate our thinking away above the level that they want us to be. And I promise to always tell us the truth. I was that, God, it was this, that was all about God. That was our Sunday morning. We're all about God all the time. But God wanted me to tell her the truth. You know what I'm saying? That God didn't send her that for them to do that. God does everything, you know what I'm saying? All that is good is because of him. You know what I'm saying? And we learn from those lessons he gives us. But that was a technology thing, sis. And we need to, surround ourselves with people who will tell us the truth. If we stay in ignorance, if we're surrounded around people who are not telling us about we should be talking about the what's next. No, I was reading something that was talking about, and I put it in my notes, like, professionals, what professionals should be thinking about, and like the 4 A's of a professional that's focused minded on the future. That's how I help clients make money. It's based on investments that are going to do well going forward. Today is cool. But when you're talking about an investment, you're trying to get it at its cheapest price. So the A's, the 4 A's of a future-minded professional, all right, analytical, adaptive, agile, and anticipatory. We anticipate things. We anticipate what's coming next. And in order to be anticipating minded, we have to be not distracted with today. Not distracted with the little stuff. Like, look at what most of our discussions, when they focus on us, they're so present minded. And I apologize for staying in the present this year just a little bit too long, because I promise that y'all keep me future minded. But a lot of times when I tell us about things that we should be doing in the present, it's because of things that we do in the present can keep us from being able to accomplish what we want in the future. So whenever I'm saying something, it's totally about, I always have your best interest in mind. And I don't want anything that we do today to hold us back from all of the opportunities that are available to us tomorrow. And it can totally happen, because what we are today is what we did. All we did is everything that we already did, right, Reverend Bozeman? Like, you know what I'm saying? We represent all the choices we already made.
That's right.
So it's like, now we got to think, you know what I'm saying? The underuse of, opportunities to expand ourselves is going to hold us back. Like, I remember when I started, and that's what I was saying the first thing. When I started my firm, I said, if it weren't for technology, there is no way this little Black girl could sit in her office and trade on the exchange. Just a few years before 1995, what I did in 1995 would not have been possible. Technology, and I'd be able to afford it anyway. That was a huge deal. We just don't think about it. Like, I was one of the first stockbrokers to ever go independent. Now, independent is a big deal. I mean, it's like everybody is trying to do it. Mm-hmm. Keyword, trying. Don't let nobody tell you that we don't have the ability to look at what is coming forward. As I said, again, the A's of a future-ready professional: analytical, adaptive, agile, and anticipatory. So we're talking about artificial intelligence and what do we anticipate it to do for us perspective. That's what I'm saying, that we have to consider bringing it into our professional lives, and what can we accomplish? What can it help us accomplish? Right. So I want to look at the video like a little bit more on this one on what is artificial
Underuse could
intelligence.
derive from public and business mistrust in AI, poor infrastructure, lack of initiative, low investments, or since AI's machine learning is dependent on data from fragmented digital markets. Overuse can also be problematic, investing in AI applications that prove not to be useful or applying AI to tasks for which it is not suited. For example, using it to explain complex societal issues. 2. Safety and security risks. AI applications that are in physical contact with humans or integrated into the human body could pose safety risks as they may be poorly designed, misused, or hacked. Poorly regulated use of AI in weapons could lead to loss of human control over dangerous weapons. 3. Another threat is job loss. As AI continues to automate more tasks, some jobs may become obsolete. This could lead to unemployment and economic disruption. Opportunities of artificial intelligence. 1. For businesses. For businesses, AI can enable the development of a new generation of products and services, including in sectors where European companies already have strong positions: green and circular economy, machinery, farming, healthcare, fashion, tourism. 2. AI opportunities in public services. AI used in public services can reduce costs and offer new possibilities in public transport, education, energy and waste management, and could also improve the sustainability of products. So, is AI good? The answer is yes. AI has the power to transform our world in ways that we can't even imagine. But we must be aware of the threats and work together to ensure that we use this technology for the greater good.
It's true. And I think that is like true about
This year
so
is
much
set to
stuff.
be an
Like,
exciting
so
one.
many like new things. I was always saying, where there were people who probably were very, very slow to take advantage of Wi-Fi, or even like the land, when the phone lines, even when we were using the phone lines, like, imagine, there were just a lot of people and that were just not happy with the prospects of, like the phone being connected to the computer. What are they trying to do? Like, are they trying to harm me in some way? And the how that harmed us to not be, future minded, or instead of that, like taking steps to prevent yourself from being hacked, like doing preventive measures. Like, there's just a lot of people who will not invest because of just a story that they've created in their head about, what could happen, so and so in their family lost money, or whatever. We live our life based on what we've created. Like, the sister that got mad because I was saying that wasn't God that showed her the cars after they prayed about it, but it was, I would, say to, but for us to get upset, she literally got upset that I questioned this, testimony, that she had said. But I wonder, like, how many things are we, saying are God and using that as our excuse to, buy things that we're not supposed to have, or don't need right now, not helping us at all. No, because the commercials, are constantly pushing things and products and financial decisions on you. But are they full of best financial decisions? Like, are they saying, it's time to reduce your credit card debt? No, you don't see that. They're telling you what to buy and which credit card to get. No, I have to remember, like, that this is business, and that you want to use technology for your best interest. And even when that, allowing your whole financial future to be automated and turned over just because some machine has said that this is what's best for you. This is the investment for you. This is, that's where our human intellect has to come in and say, I don't trust that. I want to have a better understanding. At minimum, make the machine print out based on what? Why is this for me? And it's probably going to give you some general answer where people your age, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's not good enough because I can have 5 clients the same age and they don't want or need the same thing.
Right.
And day after tomorrow, one of them could easily have a lifestyle change, that's so significant that
Immediately.
could come and just turn everything around that you just took notes
Yes.
on.
Yes. That strategic part is where the human is always going to be needed on the strategic and the personal and the hands-on. But there's always going to be a space and a need for the computers to help us gather data more effectively on you so that we can better serve you theoretically from a service side. But that same data is being collected on you and they want to better sell you, which is literally still the same thing that I would be doing as a financial advisor. I'm gathering information so that I can take your money and put it into the right investment. They're gathering information so they can put your money into the right product. Oh, this is what you might like. I think one of the things great that I've ever invented, one of the greatest things is when they say past purchases. Don't you love that? They love, like, they love, I literally, when I buy my groceries, I almost 10 out of 10 out of 11 items are the exact same thing
Every time.
every time. I don't know if it's them or it's me.
No, it's your life.
That is
Or
got
it's-
me. They got me. They know what I buy. They know. But even if I buy a clothing item, they'll tell me what size they think this size would be best for you. It's always small.
Well, you know, remember when there was a salesman on the floor?
Mm,
I remember in buying clothes, I liked to go to a certain shop because
that's
they
right.
knew what I liked.
That's right. Oh, right. That was your AI. That was
Yeah,
your HI. That was your human intelligence. That was exactly. Yes, and there's nothing that will replace that really. If a person likes them, once you get they can do the best that they can because they have these computers now, artificial intelligence, that you can stand in front of and turn around and they can get your suit down to your size.
yeah,
We hopefully, because I really don't want to wear sizes anymore. I want to have clothes that fits my body.
exactly.
Not the truth. I want them to make so that it's got to be doing it. I'm sure that these Hollywood people making all those billions of dollars are getting, but some of them don't dress like that. I don't know what they're doing with their clothes, but the you know the but they're getting they're these the technology is helping them. Because they can't be buying it off the rack because some of them have like extreme bodies. That's right, Miss Clements. Yeah, we are, aren't we? We're critically thinking and talking about this product, this topic. That's right. Because this is so important. And she, of course, you can tell Miss Clemens was an educator for a long time, still an educator. She's still teaching me. The that we do. That is the critical thinking part. The machine is going to make a really, really great attempt at it. And the more it does it, the better the machine is going to get at it. And the people who don't understand that the critical thinking is what makes you special, that's what's going to give you value. Because some people literally look at me and they go, that girl ain't got no sense, right? It's only the people who allow me to get in their life. And then I start doing critical, you know what I mean? I really get to think about their situation. They get the benefit of this all these years. And it's got like, so I get like, that the computers, you know what I mean, feel that way. Like the computer is saying, I can't make this decision until I know more. But why do people expect human beings to make decisions? Like a young lady called me the other day, almost 80, and she said, I just want to do an investment. And that's it. That's just what I want to do, And I guess like, she probably could like go to some computer and they'll just say, this is the computer's attempt of critical thinking, you know, okay, I need you to answer these questions, So then they ask her these questions to determine, if she's afraid of the stock market. And then she goes, no, I wouldn't be upset. No, I wouldn't be upset. No, I wouldn't. If it went down this percent, would you get upset? No, 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 no. And then the computer says, well, Dad, your risk score is like 99. Okay, what's your age? And she was like, well, 80. And they go, okay, well, that takes your 99 down to about an 89. Because the computer, you know what I'm saying? But the computer is still saying this lady's like pretty darn aggressive. So then it's going to pick something really aggressive for the lady. So then she'd be happy until she saw what happens when that particular aggressive growth fund goes into its reality. It's volatile. And she's going crazy. It's no more just a question on a computer screen. So I know I take the time to get to know the person. And then I'll say, I think I need you to do that risk analysis again. Because nothing that you said suggests that you are 89. And it was somewhere around that part of the conversation where you said, I'll smack you in our head if I lose some money.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
not what people say when they're 89, You have like threatened my afro and everything.
Mhm.
So like, but that's where that critical analysis, critical thinking, what I mean, comes in. This lady ain't gonna be hitting me in my head. And I think we're gonna need to do that again. So with what you're saying, but we've like become so transactional that's the only part the, that we've become transactional. And as you mature, you think like, oh, everything should just continue to be transactional. But what that advancing, what is required of us is to say, just because that's the way something was always done does not mean that that's what's best for me. Because if I was doing what was best for me, I would not be in this situation right now. If you're in a situation that you don't like, then the reasonable conclusion is that something I've been doing is not right. Right? Like, what I mean? And that's just human awareness. But we naturally want to do it, and the machine cannot shake you out of that. The machine's not going to tell you that. Like, you know what I mean? The machine is designed to make money. It's not emotional. It doesn't have to listen to you say, I'm going to hit you in your head. It doesn't care.
Right.
So you need some care in between you and the machine, like I believe. But what will be the turnout? Like, what will happen, when we get to that point where we're not comfortable talking to someone. So we really will, like, if you're not careful, hide behind a machine. I was saying that about this this spa that I go to, and they were like saying they have this thing where you can get on this machine and it will tone your body. So
Hmm.
I said, so are you saying that I could just skip the gym and I'm gonna have muscles like I have and I'm gonna be strong? Just all I gotta do is like get on this machine? And they said, oh no way, JB. That this is not, that's not gonna happen. This is for people who are using the Oprah shot, losing so much weight that their muscle is going away and they want to do something. So we figured this artificial intelligence machine over here has figured it out. We're going to just trigger the body. We're just going to trigger it, da, 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 and they're going to feel better. Maybe. They're going to feel like they at least did something, but they are not going to have to go to the gym like you. And it'll work until their osteoporosis is still there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it didn't break, it did not do what they actually wanted or need the muscle to do. And the blood pressure didn't go down. And they all, what they actually, the reason the resistance training is necessary. And that's like having a risk score and the machine accepts the risk score. And then you don't like the result that you get out of it because you're not getting, what you truly are. So some of these machines, like, are, it's just giving you this false, it probably can just activate the surface muscle. So for a couple of days, you probably have like an appearance of, you know what I'm saying? Wow, I do have muscle tone, it's some sort of like, like you know what I mean? It's like shocking it. So
Yeah, what it does is stimulates the blood flow.
yeah,
And
like change the presence of it or something, but the point of the resistance training is to make your bones stronger. And that takes a whole change in the blood. That takes a process. So there's going to be a whole lot, of artificial things coming out that they've done studies and we've done studies and this says blah, blah, blah. Like, and then you got to read the study. Because we can get numbers like Weta was saying. I do all that quantitative stuff. And I'm telling you, every study I have read, qualitative, meaning they're saying different paragraphs. I read a study one time and it said white women are found to be more attractive than black women.
whoa.
That's the headline. I put it on Facebook. This particular study found that the attributes that the white women had based on attributes that they put down as attractive. So, because that's the study, it's a qualitative study. You can't just ask them everything like which one you think is fine. Because you ask a brother who's fine, it's gonna take a long time. He's gonna say, well, they just right. Y'all gonna say there's a whole bunch of different types of fine, and blah blah blah. So when they get into the study, they gotta say, what's her tone of voice? What is this so and so? You know what I'm saying? And they pick the attributes of what they think is feminine and beautiful. And those were checked off more with white women. So we can change the study to say whatever you want to pull out of it. I
Right.
read the study.
Statistics can be manipulated.
Exactly. And when I read the study, I said, wow, that's amazing. It said that black women were the most confident participants in the study. Like they interviewed the women that they were asking, like which one you like, this and that. They said the black women were the most confident. So if I was writing the headline, I would have said what? Study finds black women more confident than white women. You know what I'm saying? Like, because confidence to me is cool. Because when people are confident, they're gonna look good to somebody.
Yeah.
So they take care of themselves. Some man is really, 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 really excited about a confident woman. And you can tell that she was confident until you got into her head. The study went and asked questions about how you feel about yourself. You know what I'm saying? She could be 250 pounds, but she said, I feel good about myself.
Especially if she's a sister.
Exactly. She said it. She said it. They were more likely to feel confident. So you're saying that these are the things that make a woman beautiful to you, but the
If
sisters were
she
like
is
saying,
a
I
sister,
don't know what that list is, but I feel good about myself. Like, so the artificial intelligence could take over and say, like, because it doesn't care. That's artificial intelligence. It just took over and it said, oh, but this ain't no study about confidence. This study about pretty. And the men that were in this study, they said that these white women were prettier than these black women. But you're right. What if they chose ugly black women and pretty white women? We don't know about that either, do we? We don't know what the women look like, really. We do have there's ugly in every color. And he's only judging the physical and the tone of voice and whatever else it had, like, length of hair and this and that. So if it's like you gotta have long hair to be beautiful, then I would not pass that unless they put a lot of time into stretching my fro out. And then that still might not be long enough. So it's you just and I say that to say that even though, we say, okay, we got this, artificial intelligence, and this is because we better get ready because that's the kind of stuff that's just gonna come out because the machine could care less about the feelings, about the criteria. This is what it's given. And that's where a lot of people are saying that they're mad at artificial intelligence because the stuff is factually wrong. You ask that thing, who's prettiest, white women or black women, it's going to give you, based on whatever study that it goes to first, that answer. Then you have to have the sense to say, oh, well, that's just on that study. But somebody somewhere, and that's what was brought up also when we were talking about artificial intelligence last year and last week, it was saying that artificial intelligence is culturally biased.
Yes,
mhm.
because the people who designed it were culturally biased.
Yes. And most of the research that we have is culturally biased. You don't have a lot of black people doing their own research now. No, we just don't have a lot of value in that. And y'all gonna have to help me through this. Do my
Well, that's just
dissertation
like
because I'm doing
Ancestry.
it because it's so hard. Somebody needs to do research on us.
That's just like Ancestry.com and 23andMe don't have data on black people, so they can't give you, or don't have extensive data on black people,
Yeah.
so they can't give you the answer you're really looking
Mm,
for
mm. And
because
I
they don't
know
have the
years
data.
ago a white lady told me to do 23andMe. And then if I got it, it wouldn't have been really based on, you know what I mean,
Yeah,
me
right,
genetically.
exactly.
And that's something. Yeah, and we are different.
Yes, we are.
Nobody's no better. We just live in a society that may have a majority that looks a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But I have to always remind myself, even when I'm in the gym, I look so different than the white women in the gym. So even the white women in the gym, if they had other white women that lifted heavy like I do, they would look different than the typical woman, in the gym.
Not
But
only do we
black
look
women
different, we
in
also think
general,
different.
yeah, and black women like it has said that genetically we carry more muscle. So when they go and they do body fat analysis, they're supposed to ask you, are you black or white? Most of them don't. But the whole the scale and the obesity and all of that is supposed to be shifted because African American research comes in. This is the scale. We have more muscle, so what will deem us obese should be shifted lower. So that's real, but that's real intelligence. That's real stuff. That's what I'm saying. all of this stuff that we're gathering, just these numbers, and it comes out with this risk score and this and that, and then the computer will just spit out, this is the portfolio for you because this was your risk score. Don't believe the hype. That's an option. Man, oh, there's Dr. Williams. Thank you. Thank you. He said AI is trained. Now, this is our house AI expert. Like, it's like, could teach us, because the key, I don't know what Dr. Williams, I was thinking about that. What is the term when you make the question that you were telling me the word of, what is that career, or what is that called? Like when you develop a good question for AI, I forgot what you called it. It was like something engineering. AI is trained with data sets, and it uses the data, a prompt engineer. Exactly. A prompt engineering. Yeah. Wow. That's key, y'all. I mean, yeah, literally, y'all, that is some good knowledge, because I'm telling you, we don't prompt it correctly, especially and whoo, I'm just going to read out loud again what he's saying. But where did that go? Oh, God. How did I do that? I have to go over here and put that out. But I wanted to put out the great points about the study. AI is trained with data sets, and it uses the data to respond to questions. If it is not trained with data relating to your question, yes, it begins to hallucinate. Is that why you laugh, Reverend Rose? Exactly, exactly. Hey, that's a whole, I don't even know about that one. Man, you told us something there. Yeah, but does that mean like it just begins to make it up? Oh, prompt engineering, exactly. Yeah. So like if I know about a particular data set, then I can ask, I guess I could even be sure, and I say this, with Dr. Williams listening, that I could say include black data from I wonder if I could do that. Like some of the, which is, we have to be careful. But some of the data sets that I use in school are like there's a Afro database, then there's like a high school blah 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 database. Those databases are so popular that they'll probably have to switch databases every time we go into class so that we don't cheat. Because I bet I could say using such and such a database from such and such a university, tell me, you know what I'm saying? And it just spit it out and make me a graph for blah, blah, blah. That's why, like, but already, like Google Scholar, like when Dr. Williams did his dissertation, Google Scholar probably wasn't even invented. Now I can go into Google Scholar and I can, you know what I mean, say, I need data on this, or, you know what I mean, and put it in. I can tell it what type of research. I want quantitative research on da 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 da. Things I know weren't available to my father. Like, like now he would have to actually go through the library and look for different studies, Dr. Williams. Like, things are just moving that fast. Yeah, it says you can include your own data. See, I told you, God is good. We have an expert, and you can load into the AI model and fine tune the responses to your questions, and make it. I was trying to make a risk algorithm, and I bet if I say this is the algorithm that I'm trying to create to measure the risk of this, and I run it by Dr. Williams, he can help me structure, because he's a great prompt engineer, the question to create that algorithm for me. And how would they know in my dissertation that I didn't make that algorithm myself? I don't know, but artificial intelligence is how they were able to find the errors were the lack of proper citations in that Harvard University president's paper.
Uh,
But
Right.
if mhm,
These algorithms, where are you going to request this data? Is there like a website? And then
like
you
in
say,
any of these AI softwares that you use, like and I'm just gonna say, like, I've heard of like Chat GPT, and Dr.
yeah.
Williams knows a lot of them. You
How
know,
about
okay,
Copilot? Is that the same thing?
what's it called?
Copilot.
I'm sure it is.
Okay.
Did it say AI something? AI driven?
Because there are a lot of them out there now.
Who owns that one?
I'm not sure.
Copilot.
I'm not
But
sure.
I know, like, I would stay close to, like, something made by Google or something made by IBM, something like, some of the names that you identify with. Does it
mhm,
charge you, Copilot?
No.
Copilot sounds more like an edit, like it might be an editor.
Okay.
It might be why you ran across it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like shadowing you all the time. What is
Right.
the one that I use? I use Grammarly. Grammarly, have you ever used that? Like that's all. It's a form of artificial intelligence,
Yeah, it
really,
is.
because it really helps. It'll catch, like, even if I do the sentence wrong, or did you need there, or did you need did you mean this one? Like,
Right.
Well, it automatically
oh,
attaches
Microsoft.
to Microsoft product.
Right.
Oh, Copilot is Microsoft.
No,
Oh, okay.
Grammarly is Microsoft.
Also,
Yeah.
so Copilot is too, and it's installed in Windows, but it's probably like Grammarly, but Grammarly, probably, I don't know which one. Well, Copilot might come free. I don't know. They charge for
Oh,
everything after a while, because they told me my subscription to Grammarly has run out.
Oh, really?
It says Grammarly was updated. Please reload the browser tab to work properly. I don't know. So maybe it took some money from me somewhere.
Yeah, because Grammarly is attached to my Microsoft Word application,
Yeah, to buy
because
it though.
it's always jumping up and
Hmm.
and trying to correct me. But the thing is, when you're trying to write colloquially, uh, it's just a pain in the butt because it's trying to formalize everything. Because colloquial terms don't necessarily fit grammatically, but they read a lot better.
Like,
mhm.
what would be an example of a colloquial term?
Uh, well, I use actually. I say actually. You
Okay.
you can look at it this way,
Okay. Yeah.
and what
Okay.
what it'll do is say delete actually because
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
it doesn't fit
If
properly.
you like, when what they say to me is, use my scholar voice. You know what I'm saying? So if it's in the mode, you know what I mean, for academic, but if you said, if there should be, AI can be that good, like, right, that it will say, this is not in my academic voice, it's not my scholar voice,
Yeah,
like, because
yeah.
they
Well, when you're
they get
trying to
mad at
write,
me because I'm real, like, media driven,
well,
and
when I was doing my
mhm,
master's thesis, it came in handy because it found places where I didn't do an
exactly,
attribution, and it corrected language so it was more formal. But
that's
when
right.
I'm doing a talk, I don't want to sound like that.
Exactly. Exactly. Look, that's what Ms. Muhammad said. Grammarly is so annoying with corrections. Exactly. Oh, look, exactly. Chat GPT. I didn't see you say that. I didn't even see you misspell it. You so good, we missed it. That one. And Mr. Muhammad said, today I heard of AI being asked how many rocks a child should eat a day. And, and it answered, it's something like the U.S. Geology recommends one small rock per day. Oh my goodness, that was good. That was a good example, wasn't it? Go ahead, Ms. Muhammad. Go ahead. That's right. That's a good example of like humans have to take over. 'Cause that thing, look, that thing is preparing for Trump to be president. Lord. He said, can't you drink something? Kids eating rocks and people drinking bleach and oh my goodness. He probably got that idea from AI. It was like, but remember, be analytical. Let's be adaptive. Let's be agile. That we, are flexible. That we'll move from, one idea that's not serving us to an idea that is more likely to be our better option. And I think that um that's a good point. Like, in order to receive it, in order to max it out, like we're going to have to be a little bit more agile than we've been encouraged to be. I don't think that like we're always like, sold things all the time. But the actual investment that will constantly pay off for you is not something that you'll buy one time. Like that we should invest and spend more time on things that will pay off for us forever. Forever. No, like we need concepts, we need ideas, we need structures, we need, things that are going to last forever, that can create income for our families forever, things that will allow us to be more profitable, driven. What's going to increase your bottom line. That we think so much about sales that we don't think about, earnings. And that's what really my business is surrounded by. That what is the company that knows how to do what they do so well, and they get to keep some money on the bottom line. They got earnings, and their earnings are growing every year. We're always, we tend to be encouraged about, so and so got such and such a contract, that only works, that's only good if they know how to operate the business so effectively that they make money off of it after doing the job right. Don't focus on just sales. The focus on just sales is what makes us invest in cars instead of Chat GPT. Buildings, instead of whole computer networks. No, not, just hiring people instead of making sure that the people that you get, all you need is one good one that knows how and is skilled with how to use those computers properly. That one computer properly. Amazing what we can do. But we just keep, we're going to move away from the stuff mindedness. And we're moving towards, idea mindset. Oh, wow, that's a great idea. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's something, you know what I'm saying? That's the way our conversation needs to be. So that's why, like, that I feel that we should make sure that we're standing up for how intelligent we are as a people. And that everything that we do and that we represent and that we leave on this planet while we're here or behind us, should be about, this is what's going to make the world a better place for everybody. This is what this is what we do.
If I may interject,
Definitely.
what people need to realize is that our Black experience is of value. Because that's one of the things I learned, is that I think differently than
Man.
white people because they've been conditioned to think a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have that conditioning. And so we come up with ideas that are out of the box that quite often work better. So be proud of your Black heritage because it gives you an advantage.
That's right. If you respect it.
Yeah.
we don't respect it. Like the more, if we're not respecting it and giving it respect, because we'll carry ourselves a certain way. If you really are respecting your Black heritage, then you don't want to break the law. You don't need nobody to set aside nothing for you. You don't need to, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You don't need them or beg them to open the door for you, because the fact that they don't have you in that door is their loss. Because I know what I do. And we have to realize how extremely special that we are. And that's why I love, like, when I go into settings where I'm really appreciated, and it's really, few and far in between that, and I realize that, like, it's just, but we still have to keep going. And I still have to know, just if you could change one life, if you can make one person's life better, then you've done exactly what God wants you to do. And I've been putting, it doesn't, God is just so good. He doesn't even want us to focus on everybody else appreciating all that we can do with artificial and human intelligence getting in alignment, and all the people that we can help with that. You don't need to focus on that. If they don't want to, if they don't want to receive it, that is very important that we get an understanding of this and not be afraid of this, that we should be fearless. We should be leading the way.
Amen.
We should be figuring out how, to incorporate cybersecurity. We should just be constantly thinking about ideas. There's so much information out here for us.
Oh, another thing. Today I learned that the Major League Baseball has decided to incorporate the statistics from the Negro Leagues into their record books.
Wow.
So we're real. What we did was real.
I know. I wonder who got compensated. You know what I'm saying? For them putting that info in there. Because that's data.
Yeah.
Look, we probably just gave the data away to them. You know what I'm saying? All of the descendants of all of those players. You know what I'm saying? Like, they probably, like, because there's a reason they wanted all that data. There's a reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's data. Data is everything.
Yes, it is. Data is money.
Everything. Yeah. Wow. Thanks for sharing that. So, some things to think about is, that the ethics that are going to be important, having a high ethical standard. And I'm glad that we talk about that, the fifth principle of Afroeconomics, integrity, because, AI makes things so convenient, but because of that, like, oh, definitely. I was wondering if you were going to mention that. Oh, that is so good. He said that Claude AI is very aware of Afroeconomics. That's so positive.
All right.
I'm so excited about that. Like, but we see how it can go and get that kind of data, because we have so much out here.
Now, what's the Claude?
That's a system that Dr. Williams uses. That's an AI, artificial intelligence
Artificial system?
platform.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
guess we could
Okay.
call it that. Yeah, I know. You're like, who is Claude? The first time he said it to me, I was just saying, "Wait, like what?" Like
I just want to be sure that, that colloquial stuff, it wasn't, they didn't mean the cloud.
But I'm gonna tell you, like,
Yeah.
in my industry, the thing, the information, the data that's out there is amazing because of the abilities of artificial intelligence. Like, when I first became a stockbroker, and we used Morningstar reports, their research reports, right?
Mhm.
So there, you would have to get the research, the Morningstar report on, like, in a book. Like, they would send out a book like every 30 days, this or that. Like, and you get the book.
Yeah.
Now we're up to, like, I just log in it's giving me up to last night's close
Hmm.
information on these investments. Da 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 da. Last trading price last night. Blah blah blah. Da da da. Showing me, what funds. If I'm looking at individual stock, what funds it's in, funds that it's in, how it compares to other ones. What are other similar? How is it performing in its category? All of that. Just right at your
What star
fingertips.
it is, if it's
How
five
many
star,
stars
four
it gets?
star.
Yeah, yeah, yes. And even even the stocks in funds now have stars. They can rate everything.
Oh yeah.
They can just rate. Yeah, yeah. Your whole portfolio is like 5 stars, girl. Yeah, it is. Um, yeah.
The
Yeah.
ETFs, are
Look,
they
I'm expecting
starred?
to come and talk to you, huh?
The ETFs,
Yeah.
are they starred as well?
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to because
Oh, okay.
I don't use mutual funds. But yeah, if I when I say funds, I'm talking about exchange traded funds generally. I mean, if there's a mutual fund that I like, it has to be because they're doing something really, really special. But we try to stay with the ETFs because they tend to have much lower expenses. No, so they're putting a whole bunch of stocks together for you, but a mutual fund has a manager. I'm your money manager. So if we keep the mutual funds out, you're not paying a manager and a money, you know what I'm saying,
And
and a fund
uh-huh.
manager. So it cuts out like, that really can reduce expenses a lot. But yeah, but those are well, I just wanted to make sure that we talked about this. Like, that and automation, how it falls into the AI discussion is like we love automation in my business. Want everything to be done automatically. But as an individual, and I think like our next generation is not gonna have me. Like they just unfortunately are just not gonna have that intensity level of hands-on. It is, and it's only mostly because they're gonna have pushback. Like we're still accustomed to the touchy, and if they do and they are accustomed to it, it's going to be your next generation and my next generation serving them. But that's going to be how special this is. Like for people to get this type of service in the coming years, they're going to have to be multimillionaires like you all are. you know Everybody's going to have to be, and even now, generally a small investor is just put on a machine. I see it on people all the time. They're you know and I love that about Afroeconomics because everybody gets treated, like way better than, huge clients at other firms that just they get so many assets in, and their people are so rich, that it's that they don't, they don't really, it's not important to them. It's not a big deal that somebody has $100 million. You know what I mean? It's $10 million. It's like, oh, everybody does. Whatever. Um, you're automated, and when they get a statement, they get a whole bunch of transactions, and they don't have any idea what's going on. No, like that's what the machine does. I like for the machine to help me prepare for my discussions about you. That's right. You go have Lisa's not gonna have a financial advisor on AI unless it has an afro. Exactly. It's gonna have to be a little puffball, like just popping around. I know for the next generation. They're like, I'm with Afro economics. The machine is Afro economics. Because even like when I, make the point, and I thank God that I'm not like that. I don't have to worry about that. I do thank God that I love the one on one. I really do. And I know that like that's the same thing that people will worry about, I guess, with like, Warren Buffett. Because even when you know the person's style and this thing, it's just not the same. It's just not the same. But it
And
doesn't mean that everything that I'm doing and all of the database and with AI assistance, it can't groom someone to be way better than me. Because I do think that the human touch and the human interaction with your finances is very important, because it's hard for a machine to think about all of the other things that a person has going on. But when I'm thinking about, I'm able to just think specifically about you and tax situations and other accounts that you might not even have here, stuff you might have on at work. When the machine, it's just going to focus on what it has in front of it. No, where I'm able to look at it, I can advise on things that aren't here. Like I was figuring out today, it was like assets under management on my regulatory forms is a different category than assets under advisement. And I have a lot of assets under advisement. So, because it's held at the work plan or it's held, somewhere else, and I'm still helping them with that asset, but it's just not in my, brokerage account yet. in their own brokerage account held with the firm. So it's called advising. Yes. I don't know what made me think about that, but y'all learned a new word. Yeah, a new word. Assets under advisement versus assets under management is different. Uh-huh.
Before I met you, the brokerage account I had set up, the person who set me up with the brokerage account, now maybe I'm pretty sure I signed something, but the drop in ads and the drop in
Yeah.
ads, the statements were coming in the mail so freaking
That's
fast.
right.
And I knew I could, every once in a while go log in and say, oh, now when in the devil did I buy Pepsi? I don't remember
Exactly.
Pepsi.
They
I
don't
don't
have to talk
know.
to you. Yeah.
Yeah, if the person
Yep.
was picking stuff on his own and maybe
Right.
perhaps maybe the sales fees or whatever, the charge is a little bit higher, but the paper was coming, just so freaking fast. Now I don't have any of that. And whether
Didn't it take us like 6 months to clean it up? Remember?
it did, it
At
took a long
least, at
time.
least it was like, but you were
Yeah, I had
committed.
to,
You were really
because he wanted
committed.
me first to go into all American funds. And I said, wait a minute, hold up. I do know a little something. I don't know very much, but let's not put all eggs in one basket. Let's go, you know,
Exactly.
go out
Exactly.
into Vanguard or Price or,
Something, right?
Fidelity, BlackRock, somebody, but uh-uh, no.
He said,
Anyway,
okay, well, we'll just break it out with individuals toxing something. I'll just do
yeah,
whatever I
I just
want.
had to bring
But
that
he's
up.
definitely, well, what you signed was something that's called discretion. So it allows,
Probably.
yeah, it gives a person discretion. Yeah. And they can do whatever they want to do with the account. Um, no, it's not something that I'm interested in doing, because I love
Mhm.
including the client in the experience. Like, I want my people to be empowered. I don't ever want a client of mine to say, I don't know what she got me in. I don't know what that is. Like,
And
that's just not the goal. It's
I never
embarrassing.
really heard from him except
Yeah.
one time when I called him and asked him for a statement that I needed to take
Mm,
to my tax guy.
mm.
And if had I not reached out, I'm sure today I probably wouldn't have heard very much
Exactly.
from him. You
Exactly.
know,
He didn't call to say bye.
mm-mm.
He's like, I hate to see you go. He's like, no. He probably
You,
didn't even
you were
know.
in
And
passive.
it's
You were
not like you
passive
have a little
income.
bit of money. It's just disrespectful. It's just make a
Yeah,
person. Sometimes people do that because they want you to think you don't matter. But he felt that. He felt that.
yeah, that's what they call passive income, Miss Davis.
I
Exactly.
mean,
Exactly. Exactly.
you know,
Felt that. Like, it's really sad. Um, the way that we're not appreciated the way we should be,
and
and I
I
would
add
see that all the time
this
when I was at the Wire House.
this was one of our folks right here. I might add that
Oh
now.
man,
Just saying.
yeah, that makes it even more believable. But that's just sad. Like you get in there, and I was thinking about that earlier today for some reason, but I was thinking about like we could get into a corporate environment and start assimilating so much. It's kind of like, not to, sound really bad, but it's like a dog. If people allow the dog in the house all the time, the dog thinks that it's a person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like versus. So it's like we get in these environments, and until something goes wrong, we really think that we're fitting right in. That everything's the same. Everything's the same. But we're not the same. You know what I'm saying? Nor are our our clients. The Black investor has a lot of unique situations, and the level of service that we deserve and the amount of loyalty that you get from the Black client is amazing. I love the Black investor because I don't know anybody else in this business, white or Black, that has had clients as long as I have. That's loyalty. I'm loyal to them, and they're loyal to me. Most people in this business, they turn over their entire book of business every 5 years. Every 5 years, all their clients are gone. Everybody's new. Every 5 years, and they don't care.
Wow.
Y'all know, y'all seen, I was same clients 20 years ago, 30 years ago. When the day I opened my firm, Forrest May Heath was my first contract. She passed away a couple years ago. From the day we met to the day she passed, me and her were together. Like,
Beautiful.
yeah, that's, to me, that's how you build a life. I just, thank God for him. Like, I just love to serve. I love to serve people, and I love for people to be able to sleep at night, and not have to worry about their money. The less we worry about the money, the less money matters, and the more you can focus on your family, you can focus on your health, you can focus on the things that really matter. But if we're going into too much debt, if we're, not, making wise financial decisions, like it can mess up everything. It mess up money. Money only matters when we do stupid stuff with it. Other than that, it should just flow. It just should flow. It should just flow. Right, y'all?
Right.
No. So you don't want us worshiping it. You're not supposed to be worshiping money. Everything. It doesn't matter. Money doesn't matter. Money doesn't matter. Well, you know that. You know what it means when the music starts. I love y'all. Look at that.
Indeed.
Look what God blessed me with. A new speaker. You see that? You see that, Bose?
How was Las Vegas?
It was good. That's where the Bose speaker came from.
Oh.
But not the one in the hotel. No, I did not get the one in the hotel. They were selling that one in the hotel for like $30.
Reverend Bozeman, she was over at that roulette table.
This one, but
She
the one
was
I
what?
had, like it's
She was
started UE.
wait a minute, JB. She was at that roulette table, Reverend Bozeman. I got a report on that.
No,
That's how Las Vegas was.
You got video?
I know. She keeps starting
Yeah,
that room.
I do. And then she went up to the
That's
blackjack table, put those dark sunglasses on, and held up a hand of cards. I saw
It
it.
is not true. It is not true. Y'all know that. I do not. Don't play. I worked every day I was there. It was crazy. It was crazy. I had some stuff I had to do. Y'all, shoot, these regulators keep me busy.
Yeah.
That's right, Ms. Clements. But I got it all turned in, got everything done. I learned a lot, maxed it out. Yeah,
All
but it
right.
was good. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be good.
Okay. Love you, JB.
I love you even more. Happy birthday, Reverend Bozeman. Happy
thank you.
birthday. Happy birthday.
is?
I can't we missed
Yeah,
it. It was
Sunday.
the 26th.
Sunday, I was 81.
Isn't that a beautiful
And you got to
thing?
bring that up on Friday. You got to
Well,
bring that up early.
Party
Let's not get-
again. party
Yeah.
again. That's
So
so
JB,
good.
bring that up like the first 10 minutes before
Bringing
we
it
get
up.
crazy.
Bringing it
Start
up.
talking about,
That's right.
Marilyn Moles,
That's right.
Fonnie Willis.
I'm not talking about nobody. See, I skirted all around that. You're like, oh Lord, she's not gonna talk about integrity. Integrity. I was really good, Miss Person. I was good. I stayed straight. I'm not talking about stuff
Thank
like
you.
that
Thank you.
anymore
Yeah, until the next time.
until the next time. But every time, I feel that every time we talk about stuff like that, it's holding us back from talking about things like this. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's a distraction of the enemy trying to keep us from going to higher places intellectually. So, all I say is just that when we do studies, they slow down our life. They're going through unnecessary chaos and stress for no reason.
Well, JB, my
Thank you, Dr. Ward.
recommendation. So Friday after the birthday, we celebrate the birthday.
Yes.
Could we discuss bonds again? Could we talk about that?
Definitely.
Yeah, let's talk
Yes,
about
indeed.
that. That's just so complex and so cloudy to me.
She's
And
such
if
a
we
geek.
start talking about that, maybe we can stay on that topic for a
That's
good
right.
while.
That's right.
And then
Wow. Why you chose bonds? You know I love stocks, but look, we're gonna talk bonds. We're gonna
let's
talk
talk about bonds.
bonds.
Because I don't
Yes, we
understand them
are.
at all.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Okay. I'm going to bring it up. I'm setting my clock early so I can get
you
up.
have some. You have some. I'm gonna send you your Morning Star on yours.
Okay.
Love y'all. Bye
Have a
bye.
good night.
Happy birthday,
You're
Reverend
beautiful. You're
Bozeman.
beautiful.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Thank
you
you.
all.
Right.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. I see you
Good night.
arise. Good night. Good night. I love it.
Bye-bye.
I love it. Bye bye. Mr. Jefferson said happy birthday. Good night. Exactly.
Oh, there goes Mr. Jenkins.
That's right. And on Friday, I'm gonna give y'all Reverend Bozeman's Cash App too.
I think I already got it.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
All right.
That's
Bye,
indeed. Bye bye now. Good night.
All right.
Good night. Good night now. Take care. Oh, you talking about happy birthday too. Y'all are so sweet. I love it. That's so good. I'm so glad, Willie. Thank you. Yes, thank you. It's the HOA also. It's the Jefferson. It's some good music, running music. I'll be good. Have a great night. I love it. You're beautiful to me. Oh. I'll tell him, Larry. Good night. I love y'all. Take care. Bye-bye.